So, I mean, coming back with a little video. It's not the car this time. Starting up a little amp rack. It's the first time I ever make one. Not the cleanest thing, but it's there. This will be going on my Sierra. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys a little process of what I've been doing at the moment. So, got my amps for highs, my LC5i. This is a Pro, so it does come with a bass with a knob, epicenter, and then my bass amp. I have most of my stuff wired up on this loom. So pretty much remote out, 12 volt ground. Over here I got my ground remote. The only thing I need to do is run my power, but I'll be doing that right now. So ground distribution, power, it's a capacitor, it's a bass amp, and then I'll run the other one to my highs. This is pretty much for now. I am gonna add another voice amp because I'm adding more speakers. Right now I'm only doing dash, tweeters, door panels. Well, I have everything over here. Let me show you guys. So there's some speaker wire in the kit. So I mean, not all this is for my truck. Some of this is going in the Aero Coupe. So on the truck, as of right now, it's gonna be these tweeters going in the dash, 6x9s going in the front doors, and some 6.5s going in the back doors. But I am gonna throw in another set of 6.5s after I put the other amp, and 2 tweeters of these. Take one out to show you guys these tweeters. So here goes the tweeter. So I'm gonna be running 2 of these after I throw another amp. So it's two bullet tweeters and 2 6.5s after. So as of right now, just a pair of 6x9s, a pair of 6.5s, and these tweeters that are gonna go on the dash. So yeah, I mean, I've been working on this as of right now. What I'm gonna do is start running my power cable on the actual truck, and then that way I can have it all the way to the back, because I am gonna run that same power cable to distribute all this. So I know I should have a lot left over. So I gotta mock it up to have enough, like my length right. That way I don't cut too much. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Then I'll show you guys a little process of when I put the power cables and stuff like that on here. Then I'll throw this in. After that, since I'm running the LC5i, I mean it's just to keep my stock radio. So after that, before I start running speaker wire, because I'm running on speaker wire, I have to get a signal from both my driver passenger up front and driver passenger from the rear that are gonna come in here. So pretty much with this one, I'll be getting my signal for RCAs through my speakers, through my stock speakers that will convert into RCAs. And I mean, yeah, all that is pretty much done. So I just gotta connect those. My bass knobs, I'll put them in after. And then yeah, so I mean, you guys will see a little process as of right now. All right, so Here goes another little update. Ran the whole power wire. I did put a grommet. All right, so these trucks don't have no access over here. There's a grommet, a big one, factory here, but there's no way to get to that. So kind of just cut that, drill the hole, put a grommet on it. Comes out directly on the firewall on an open spot. So you can kind of see it there. So I'll just have that run here, and I still need to add my fuse to here. So still have that. Have it ran all through under the seat, under here, here, coming directly to my power source distribution block. So here, capacitor, base amp, and then I'll be doing another one, which would be this one. It would be from here up and to power up the other amp over there. So I have it here already, just need to cut it, install it. It's not on, so I just cut it to mock it up, since I'm taking the whole amp piece back out, so I can run from here, do all this small stuff back on the table. And yeah, my ground, I have the wire over there. I need to install it as well, but I need to measure. That one, I think I'm gonna just run it to here, take this off, sand this back panel down to bare metal, and then just run it under here, and then to sit here, so you can see like as minimal wire as possible. After this, well, I'm gonna take this back out, run on my power wire, and after that I'm gonna start taking door panels off, so I can start running all this speaker wire for the signals for the LC5i Pro. Then after that, I'll start running all my new speaker wire from my voice amp to each door and to my dash. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this back out, get all this power wire ran, loomed up, looking as decent as I can. It's the first time I do an amp rack like this, so I mean, she's gonna cover it, but peace of mind that, you know, everything will be in one spot and nice. So let me go ahead and get this back out, do the power wire, and get it going, because I still have to do all the speakers and install speakers and the wire. So we're probably halfway there, I guess you could say. I'll update you guys in a bit after I plug all this up, or I might just put it like on a time lapse as I do the power wires and stuff like that. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this out and get started with that. Alright, so I had to go to the one of the local shops that I have around here. So I didn't have enough power wire to power both of my amps, so I had to go get some extra. So I ended up getting, I was only going for 10 feet, and ended up getting a pretty deal on 20 feet of power wire. So I just have some extra for when I do add another amp. That's about it right now. I'm gonna get back home, finish doing that power wire, and then start all my speaker wire and installing the speakers. I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys when I get back to my house how I loom up everything and put all my power wire to the distribution and to the amps. That's about it. I'll put another clip right now when I get there. Here's my power wire, solid copper. You can use these, what the hell are these called? wire furls or something like that. So pretty much. Put it on here. I'll cut the excess that comes out here, and then with the loom on here, shrink tube it all together, and when I tighten it down on the amp, it'll press on, or it'll press the metal down. So yeah, just to give you guys an idea. So like that, with the shrink tube. Not the greatest, but it'll do. Alright, so that's pretty much it here. I'm gonna go ahead and go install this. I showed a little bit doing the wires, but positive distribution block, power into capacitor, power out capacitor into amp, ground running over here, and the positive of this one running this way, remote over here, all remote out, camera messed up, remote out, power, ground, same for this one, all ran here, RCAs, I have them all ran through the back. That's about it. Have my audio control Epicenter and the audio control LC5i Pro getting powered up, bridged to my bass amp, so I have it running here. That's why this is this awkward piece here. I mean, that's about it. My only thing I have to do, well, I'm gonna go install it now onto the back of the truck, but I will have to run a ground from here down to the chassis, so, or to the body of the truck. So same place where I'm gonna get my ground from here, I'm gonna get my ground here, but I won't know how long I need here until I install it. So power and ground, and then I could cut those as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and install these, well, the whole rack, you could say, and mount it up properly, and then get started with the speakers. But after I bolt it down, I'll let you guys see how it looks, and then get started with everything else. I mean, it's not the greatest, but for my first amp rack, I guess you could say, it's not bad. So here it is. I already mounted it up. Sadly, I hate the way I have to mount it with self-tappers, but I made sure I did short ones and I put some washers. That way it's not hanging out crazy. So, I mean, that's all I had to, well, the only thing I was able to do with it. So I did 2 on this side, 1 on that side, because the seatbelt holder right there, it's gonna push it against. So it should be fine. That's why I have it kind of marked out right there. So that's that. Right now, I took off this with the screw, and took it off from here. This is where I'm gonna be getting my ground from. So I'm gonna sand this all the way down, and so I could mount my ground for that's gonna be going to the distribution ground. So I'm mounting here, that way I know how much I have to cut, since it's like a 3-foot one. And then at the same spot, I'll be getting my ground for the capacitor on this side. So I'll just be going up here. Yeah, I mean, and then after I do the ground, then I'll just do the positive. This one will be going right here. But I mean, that's about it. Get this done, and then after that, then I'll get to the speakers. It's taking a little bit longer than expected, but yeah, I mean, let's get it done. So right here, I got my ground wire that came with my kit. So 0 gauge. First issue, my bolt won't go through this, so I'm gonna have to drill this out in order for my bolt to be able to go through it. And I'm also gonna need another what would you call this? Damn, I went blank right now. Another press thing, so I could get the ground that comes out of here to mount it here as well. So let me get this drilled out so I can mount it up. That way I can figure out how much I'm gonna have to cut to get to my ground distribution. All right, a little bit after, I do have my ground cable on here. It's not tight since I still have to do the ground for the capacitor, but the power cable connected. Put some loom on it, a little shrink loom. Did the same for the ground. You see right there. Ground here. Still took it or something, but all connected. That. So as a back here, just need to do the ground for the capacitor to here, but I think I'm gonna have to take a trip to Harbor Freight or something to get some of those connectors, because I won't have anything that go over the screw and connect to the wire. Yeah, as of right now, I think that's about it for that. I think since I might just wait for Harbor Freight till later. I might just start taking all the door panels off to start running wire and go from there. I just need to speed up a bit more. I just need to do that ground so the back can be done, and then speaker wire and speakers. So as of right now, I think I'm gonna just start taking the door panels off and get to that, because I think that's gonna be the more time consuming. The ground cable, I could do that in a couple minutes, so I'll probably just wait for that. Might actually even have enough to do 0 gauge here to here. I'll see what I use. This one, I have the other ones. Yeah, but let me go ahead and start doing that, and I'll pick up the video again, probably with the panels off. I'm trying to get all of them off and start that. Alright, so it's the next day. Panels all off. I did as much as I could yesterday. Kind of got held up due to there's no routing point, so you can route speaker wire through these trucks. I'm not sure where people do it from, you know, like when they do audio. I figured out a way. No, it's not the right way, but I'm trying to make it as legit as possible. Both my back doors are already ran as in signal for the LC5. That one has already wire ran through for the new speaker into my voice amp. But I'll show you guys right now what I mean. So let me get to the other side and I'll show you guys. So this is what I came up with. So there's no other routing point. These rubber boots are sealed in the back. So there's a plastic cover in the back to be able to run through here. But pillar wise, there's no holes. Only for the sensor. So what I did drilled a small hole, put a rubber grommet, ran it through here, that way it's still inside of this boot, and then I fished a new wire through this, and then I was able to get it out here. But I mean, other than that, there's no other ways of getting wire in there other than this and drilling that hole, because you can see here, the only space there is for that stock harness plug. That top space is where the rubber boot connects to. Yeah. I'm gonna run the new speaker wire from the amp to that door. And then the real struggle is gonna be the front doors, because I have no access to the front door harness or anything like that, due to like it being higher into the dash. I'm not sure if you can see over there. It's like you can't even get to that one over there. Like, in order to say if I want to do the same method, it's like drill a hole and then put a rubber grommet and stuff like that. Let me get the other wire ran for the back door, and then I'll move on to, I still have to run the signal wire for the front doors, and then run the wire from the amp to back to the front door and the dash still. Little update, knocked out the other doors, so I just have one door left. This one's done, that one's done. Speaker wire ran inside here, going to the amp. I'll be cleaning that up after I get everything else, since I do still have to run my driver door and the dash speakers. So here, it's looking scary, but it'll get cleaned up soon, as soon as I'm done. Power wire, it's ran already. I do have to add the fuse for that, and I still have to get the ground for the capacitor, but I'll go do the finishing touches on power and ground after I'm all done wiring. So finishing up the driver door, we'll start on that, get the signal from that, run to the LC5, then run the other wire from the amp for my highs to the door, and then run new wire for my dash speakers back to the amp as well. So I want to give a little update. I did get to run all my speaker wire. So I have all my signals from each original speaker wire going to my LC5i Pro to retrieve signal to turn into RCA. From there, I did connect all my speakers from my speaker wire back to my voice amp. All that is connected. I tested it, working good. What I'm gonna do now is mount my speaker pods back into here so I can bolt the speakers back on. I did have a little issue last night when I was testing, but I was on some lack of knowledge of the LC5 Pro, so I wasn't receiving signal or remote, so everything wasn't turning on. But after checking the settings on it, everything worked good just with the flip of a switch, and yeah, everything's working. So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw these back on, mount all the speakers in, connect them right. After that, I just have to swap my dash speakers and run new speaker wire, so that shouldn't take too long since I still have everything open. Let's just take both pillars off, covers, and I believe that pad will slight pad that's there. You can't even see it there. So from here, all that would pop off, and that's it. But I'm gonna knock out the speakers first. That way I can have that done. Run the new dash speaker, new wire to the amp, and then start buttoning everything back together, and then throw my subs back in. We'll throw the subs in and wire that. So I mean, realistically, this should be done today, and hopefully within, you know, an hour or two. Shouldn't take too long. But yeah, that's the update now. I'll give you guys like a little sound play when I have everything connected, just how I have them right now, how I tested them last night. They're definitely sound way good. So definitely happy with everything that's been swapping out. Here goes a little preview of how I did it, and the connectors and a shrink tube. I crimped the connector first and the speaker wire, and then add the shrink tube, hit it with the torch. I'll just do it on the other side and install the speaker. Right here I did the other side. Let's see if I can focus it. Same thing, same concept, but I let the connector, since they're all red, stick out a little bit more so I know that's positive. It did come out a little bit over here, but no matter what, I know my stripe wire is my positive. So I just did that a little bit. So here it is. Put all my panels back on, sub box in, wired up. Another cleanest, I just want to test it out because I haven't tested out the subs yet. And realistically, I think it should work, everything. I did take the dash part apart, pillars and dash, but speakers that I got, that I was told that would work, directly fit, did not fit. So I just left my stock ones for now. I am going to be adding another pair of 6.5s and tweeters. So if anything, I'll just do a different brand that directly fits. And yeah, I'm gonna power it up right now since I did disconnect the battery again, and try it out.